Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of the GhettoRig podcast. For those who don't know, my name is Eddie. To my left, we have my co-host Jay, and behind the cameras controlling all the production and stuff is Miggy.
Yo.
So, it's been a little minute. We've been kind of all over the place lately. A lot of things happening in the household and construction is what it is, and work. So, but we're back. We're here. We ain't gone. We're doing our thing. Yeah, welcome back. What is it, episode
259?
259?
Yeah.
No, it's gotta be 280 something.
Or 286, sorry.
I was like,
Fuck.
wait, did we go back in time? Like, what
286,
happened
I'm
here?
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, we're back. I don't know exactly what has happened in the political community. I can see Miguel's got a little grin on his face over there, so I feel like he's got something in the chamber. But
I think you've heard already, but I got banned from WoW.
oh yeah, you did. I did
It's
hear
making
about
better
that.
my life right now.
Yeah, I heard that. Like, I was in the middle of an Arc Raiders game. Miguel pops in the Discord. Well, boys, what are we playing? I got banned for 60 days for buying coin.
I got banned till the 27th. They gave me a 2-week ban.
2 week? Oh, I thought you said it was like 30 days or 60 days or something.
Nah, just till the 27th.
Okay.
I learned my lesson pretty quick. I'm not doing that shit again.
So what did you do? You went and bought like a coin through like a third party thing and like somebody gave it to you?
I
And
went on a website.
Uh-huh,
Bought some
yeah.
gold from one of the vendors, and then I almost got scammed there, so I requested to talk to a manager on the website chat service. The manager came by. He's like, "All right, hold on." Because the guy wasn't responding. The person that was supposed to be giving me the gold. I was like, "All right, sure, whatever. Wait for your manager." That was like a 45-minute ordeal just talking to these fucks. And then he eventually was like, "All right, 1 second. Stay in Stormwind, and we'll come by." Spawns out of nowhere, invites me, gives me 5,000 gold, puts in like a level 2 fucking elixir and like a robe, and then just trades, disappears. I immediately go and buy my mount for 5,000 gold. And then 2 days later, I'm flying around, fucking around with some people because I was trying to steal some mobs that, I mean, it's a PvP server. It's not really stealing. Everybody's just fucking fighting. But then I got to fucking
in the middle of the
2 days
game and
after.
just boop.
Yep, suspension. 2 days after.
In the middle of you playing.
Yeah.
You'd think it's usually like the next day you get on or something like that, but like in the middle of you playing, they're like
in the middle,
"Bop."
disconnected. You've been suspended. Look at your email.
Well,
Yeah, kind of sad.
I've never really had that happen in any games, like get banned or even like any
No,
kind
I've
of
never done it.
suspension.
Like that was my first time of like not ever getting banned from a game because I might have said some mean things online and I might have got banned once or twice.
No, I've never even had that happen.
But suspended for multiple
I
days.
actually, I think it was when PlayStation first came out with like they're like scanning what you say, and you know, any kind of cursing or not necessarily just normal cursing. The things you say on Call of Duty.
Very foul things.
The things you say on Call of Duty. If you know, you know. I think I got like chat banned for like a week where I wasn't allowed to say anything. Like the mic just wouldn't turn back or like wouldn't turn on. It was just fucked.
I didn't have that issue. I couldn't afford a PlayStation back then.
No, this was me playing PS4. This was right before I bought my PC.
I had a PC by then.
Yeah. I hadn't got a PC by that point, so it was probably 2020, 2019, 2020, around that time when Modern Warfare 2019 was like booming.
I was still rocking a good old iBuyPower pre-built, old as shit, kicking dust.
I don't think anybody is gonna like if anybody who got their first PC the same year I did had a shittier PC than I did. I had a GT 560. 560. This is shit from the like 2000s. Like pre 2010. I'm running like AM3, like old shit, DDR3 RAM, hard drives. I couldn't play nothing but Valorant and fucking CS.
Couldn't even launch a computer.
No, it was one of those things like how back in the same thing as like back in the day where you'd like go click the power button, then you go like make coffee, make your dinner, whatever, get your cereal.
Let the cereal soak.
Yeah, like do the whole fucking ordeal and then come back and still wait 30, 40 seconds on top of that to fucking have the shit boot up. It was a bad like 40 megabyte per second hard drives.
Dude, I remember I'd want to play browser games.
Or 20 megabyte per second hard drives. No, all I could play on that thing was like CS:GO. and Valorant.
Did you ever play those Flash games?
Flash games.
Like mini clip games.
I don't know. On like school, I played like Cool Math.
Cool Math is browser. Those are Flash games.
Yeah, I played a bunch of those when I was growing up.
But there was a
in school all the time and at home.
There was a website that was called Mini Clip and it had all the like thousands and thousands.
There was one. There's a website.
History.
There's a
addicting games also.
There's one that I can't remember the name. It's not one of the ones you said though. I think that wasn't like Cool Math, but it had like a bunch of other ones too.
I don't know. I think they closed down Mini Clip because Adobe Flash Player, they stopped producing Flash. Yeah, I mean, I think it's still going. They still got games. You got a bunch of games. Bowman, the Fancy Pants Adventures. You're in there.
Yes, I played the fuck out of that.
Yeah, dude, this is a browser game.
That shit right there was the shit.
Yeah, back then, this is all you could play. Stunt Dirt Bike.
I remember that.
That was another one. Age of War.
They got Balloons Tower Defense.
Oh, the Territory Stick Figure Wars. Dude, these are all fucking amazing. Jay, join in the conversation, brother. Did you ever play any browser Flash games?
So talking about browser Flash games, I'm not going to talk about the games. What I want to talk about is Altman, who is basically the ChatGPT CEO, right? So he just paid $10,000, which is $10,000 deposit, which is refundable to this company that will end up actually killing him and taking his brain map and mapping it and storing it.
What was this again?
Altman, who's the ChatGPT CEO.
Uh-huh.
Basically, this company is going to invest in creating computers that in the future will be able to work as a human brain.
Okay.
So Altman is one of the first in line that he paid $10,000 refundable to have his brain mapped onto a computer when that happens in the future. So in order to do that, they have to actually like kill them, take the mind, whatever, and then put it on a computer, which I thought is kind of interesting because if that happens, here goes the AI. Like we're in a simulation theory, right? Because then we would be creating a simulation.
No, that doesn't simulation within a simulation. That's the theory. That could continue.
The way the theory goes, so with that theory, with what's his name? Neil deGrasse Tyson's theory of a simulation, we're either the very first ones in a chain or the very last ones. We cannot be in the middle. The reason being because we don't have our own simulation.
Right, so we could just be
We're either the original that's about to create the simulation, or we're the last one in the chain that's about to create the simulation.
Right, and if we're the last one in the chain, we're just creating another chain link.
Yes, we're just creating another chain link. So if that's the case, if they map his brain onto the computer, what's stopping from the computer having its own world of simulation, right? And now the question lies, yes, our brains are smart. Yes, they can process. But what makes our brains really unique is the amount of energy needed to process, right? The difference between the computers and our brains is computers use a lot more energy to process, even though they can process faster, but they use like tens of thousands of times more energy to process the same amount of information as we would process. So if you make the computers basically just as fast processing but use the same amount of energy as our brains, now that's a game changer, right? That's where the quantum computing comes in, which NVIDIA just put out the new AI quantum computing chipsets.
I heard someone said something about something happened in the AI world that was going to bring down the cost of SSDs and RAM for people like us that, require things like that for work. And just computers in general are going to get more expensive because of it. But,
expensive or cheaper?
Because of AI? Everything has shot up in price like crazy.
Because of AI?
Yeah.
Because they're probably using all that to build those data centers and stuff like that.
Yep, they require fast memory. It's as simple as that. Super fast memory. And lots of it. Right? So that's your actual storage, where the memory is accessing, its files. And then by memory, I mean RAM. which is what caches all that.
Well, that's where the
info for
quantum
use.
computing comes in.
I would have
That's
people
what
come
Nvidia
into
just
Best
put
Buy
out.
and be like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a laptop that has like a 3080 graphics card." I was like, "Cool, yeah, we could get that." And then they'd be like, "But I also need it to have 64 gigabytes of RAM." And I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck are you doing?" "Oh, I'm just doing 3D models in CAD."
Yeah,
And I'm
that
like,
needs that.
"Yeah, but we don't have that shit here, bro. Like, that's
That's a
insane
custom. That's a
specs."
custom ordered laptop.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, this is why Nvidia just pushed out
No, I
AI
heard there was some kind of
quantum
contract
computing.
or something like that that happened in the industry.
So the contract, you're probably talking about the Anthropic basically coming back and saying to Pentagon, we don't want you to use AI for war efforts. And they basically got shut out of Pentagon. Basically, Pentagon said, well, we don't need you then. Because what they're going to do, they were going to use the AI to man drones without people to carry out strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what
Which-
you're talking about.
Oh,
But
which other countries are already doing?
yeah, well, but the thing is with AI, jobs for for younger people that are just getting out of school that they're going to programming and things like that, those jobs went down by 20% because majority of it is done by AI. They're talking about administrative work just within the hospitals, 500,000 people that work within the hospitals, that are basically going to be obsolete within the next year. So half of the administrative work, more than half of the administrative work is going to go to AI. A lot of the cybersecurity people are saying 35% of the cybersecurity people basically saying they're going to get out of cybersecurity because AI is going to take over.
That would suck for Jack.
Hmm?
That would suck for Jackson.
Yeah.
He does cybersecurity.
Yeah, so a lot of these jobs that are easy to do are going to get phased out. A lot of them. And it's just coming fast and it's coming furious. Like, if you're not doing anything related with AI right now, you're going to be left behind. 100%. There's not even a question about it. Right? So that's like one of the things that's dire. But then if you think about it, who's mostly doing those type of jobs? The administrative work. The jobs that are like office air conditioned. If you would think about it. Customer service jobs.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not sure. I feel that I'm kind of halfway in between on whether or not like my job is going to become obsolete at some point. On one hand, they still do things physically, like go out there and get the actual footage, right? On the other hand, people can start just being able to take a picture of the boat and make all that up, right? Or take a picture of the person's face that they want talking and make all that up, right? With the AI.
Deepfakes. Which Grok's already still doing.
And then on the same hand with everything else, the website building, the ad spent, like all the ad stuff that we handle, like everything from in between. But the thing that keeps me from saying, yeah, our industry's done on the employee standpoint is at the end of the day, companies, owners of companies and, heads of companies, they don't have the time to do that shit. That's the main reason a lot of people will still hire companies like ours is they don't have the time. They say, "Oh, well, I could do it, but I don't have the time." We hear that so fucking often. I could do it, but I don't have the time.
None of them know how to do it. They just saying that they can do it because they're running a successful business and they think they
Well,
can
they
do
can't
it.
do it at the level of our level, but like they could do it. I mean, someone could go to fucking ChatGPT, like not ChatGPT, but one of these AIs, maybe even ChatGPT. I'm not sure, but and build a website.
No,
It's
that's
dog shit,
true.
But
That's true, but then that means they need to invest time. They need to do this. They need to do that. They need to do that in order to do it, right? They need to understand how the shit works. That's why it's better to bring somebody in. But now, let's say I'm a company that comes in and says, I have AI that's going to build a website. I need 5 photos for me. Photo of this boat, and this boat. And you give them 9 versions of different websites with 9 different animations. That's going to be, I was like, all right, give me those photos. Give him the photos. 5 minutes later, you're sending him the websites.
yeah, I see it as becoming an extra tool for us for a long time before it completely makes our jobs obsolete.
And this is where you're going to run into the idea of, I don't know if you ever heard of, there's this like, it's a joke or a fable, however you want to call it. There's this big gigantic machine, a turbo, in a factory, and it's not working. The guy comes in, it's not working. They call the repairman. Repairman comes in, he stands there for an hour, looks at it, just looking around. walks up to it with a little tiny little hammer,
Mm-hmm.
smacks it on the side, goes ding, machine starts working. He's like, all right, $10,001. He's like, $10,001? You just did one hit. He goes, yeah, the dollar is for the hit. The 10,000 is for the experience that I have to know where to hit it.
The joke goes is knowing where to hit.
Yeah, knowing where to hit it, right? So that's the whole point of that, right? Like the experience is what's gonna count. But then if you bring it in and you substitute an experience with AI, now you can take up on more accounts, right? And then it's gonna come down to the point of like, why do I need this many employees doing the same thing?
Yeah, no, for sure that will.
Then
happen.
it's gonna be the cost cutting, right? Because
Yeah.
you can only acquire so much market share.
Yeah, a lot of big companies that do it are gonna just cut down on their how many employees they have, which
Yep.
is what every industry is experiencing.
Yeah, because that's basically how they're.
Is a lot of the tasks that you have certain people doing are now gone.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
The
100%.
gaming industry is cutting so many people.
Yeah, but you know what's funny is the gaming industry is also getting sued by doing that. Now it's a kind of in a limbo thing because law around AI is not really developed yet, you know. But Moon was telling me about this. Alex, he was telling me about how game came out from a small studio, but was super hyped. Apparently, I don't remember what game it was. Super hyped game. And what ended up happening was after they released the game, they ended up having to take it down, and now they're getting sued the shit out of by this certain artist because this is the way AI works. It cannot create anything. It is taking references and mixing it together when you're having it like create like a graphic even at work. Like it's getting that shit from somewhere. That shit is not original at all. You are straight up copying work of other people is how the AI does it. So what happened is they probably went into the AI and either told it one of two things. Hey, create me 5 different art styles that we can create to use for our game. Or the company went to the AI and said, "Hey, I have this artist. I like their art style. Copy it and use that art style for our game." I don't know which way it happened, but one of those ways ended up that the whole game has a specific art style, and now this artist is now suing that studio.
Hmm.
Nice.
Because unless AI comes up with something completely new, I don't know if you've seen
It
it.
can't. It factually can't. It copies. It's as simple as that. Everything it makes, it copies.
You know what's been popping up on my Facebook? Audio visual books.
Audio visual, huh?
Yeah, it's a reel that's like 20, 30 minutes long,
Uh-huh.
and it goes through some sort of a story
Uh-huh.
that's designed by AI that follows the story. Like the random story, kid that gets a little egg, dragon comes out of him, he's got superpowers, right? But it's animated story
Yeah.
that's captivating at the same time things
And
are happening.
it's kind of weird to think about it that way. Like, at first it quite didn't click for me right all the way. Like everything it copies, it can't create dog shit. No, it literally can't. Like everything it gives you that is some kind of visual or like verbal representation, like text, captions that we use for work or graphics or anything, or even like the thumbnails that you were making for your perfume stuff. All that shit is copied from somewhere in the sense of, yes, it looks original because it's just a bunch of different pieces from somewhere that they combine together.
Yeah, it's whatever prompt you feed it to. So you can only take from what he has, right? Like it's not Sentinel. If it was Sentinel, it would creative, it would create. But we're not that far away from that.
From AI being creative, you think?
Yeah, we're not that far away from AI being actually creative and designing something.
But creativeness takes emotion.
It does, but there's only there's only so many. So unless it's gonna come up with its own new way of doing art, the art's been already done. Everybody just kind of takes that art and then modifies the version of it.
This is the thing, right? It could be something as simple as this. Hey, Jay and Eddie and Miguel, we're gonna go on a chalkboard and write 3 lines, right? 3 lines. And then we don't know what each other's looks like. We have no reference. They just tell you write 3 lines. All 3 sets of our lines are going to look completely different.
Yep.
Even if we all wrote them in the middle of the fucking chalkboard and wrote them in the same height, they're all going to be a little different. They're not going to be the same height because we're not perfect. They're all going to be a little bit different. AI can't do that. AI has to source something that looks like 3 lines and copy it.
Yeah, but the idea of the lines is the same, right? The length, the thickness, the size, the placement.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You have your own creative thought behind how you're going to do these 3 lines. And that's just you. That's everybody's different.
Yeah, but your idea of 3 lines, you understand in your head what 3 lines are.
I'm
right?
making it very basic.
Well,
the 3
and
lines.
Eddie's gonna tell each and one of us, you do it with a happy face, you do it with a frown, you do it with.
I think all of these people that go in and sue an AI, it's just a cash grab for them because they're butthurt because their work is not needed anymore.
No, not necessarily. I mean, if you have art and you are known for this art style,
Yeah.
right? And this is the thing too, right? Is this wasn't made with AI, but this is a good comparison, I think. So D-Brand is a brand that makes cases and skins for your phone. They sued another company because that company went and copied their design. The design was these cool cases and skins for your phone.
Can you pull it
that
up?
were clear, right? Completely, they're not clear. Sorry, they had designs on them that imitated like if you were looking into the phone. Like you could see the circuit board and the motherboard and the battery and all the shit. That's what they printed on the back of the case, right? Another company came along and made their own version of this. Now it looked different by just glancing at it, but that company started looking into it more, and they put like little Easter eggs inside of the design that they originally made, and they started finding those Easter eggs in the design from that other company. And they sued them, and they won the lawsuit because it was a direct correlation of, yeah, you stole my shit. You just took it and then altered it a little bit. AI is doing the same thing. It's taking someone else's shit and altering it. And that's why you still have like a lot of remnants of the old design in that new one that ChatGPT made.
But the bottom line is, in a whole scheme of things, in a big scheme of things, this idea of like, oh, I'm individualistically going to push this, that's if you do become famous. If you are making money off of that, if there's a projection of that, the majority of the company is not going to give a shit about that. They're going to just implement AI. AI is going to do the work.
It's not as easy as that. Copyright laws are very fucking strict across content creation.
But I'm not talking about copyright laws. I'm not talking about the creative aspect. I'm talking about the manual work that needs to be done, like administrative work. There's no copyright behind it, and there's 5,000 people currently in the healthcare industry. 500,000 jobs that are on the line because of AI.
Okay, but
there's no copyright in there.
Let me give you this example, right? With like the art thing. You create a piece of art. Let's say it's one of these that's right behind us, right?
Yeah.
Like let's take the one that Alex created that Alex gave us, right? The little part on the bottom. Sorry, Kevin. I'm fucking off. The little part on the bottom with that little symbol there. Mm-hmm. Say something that's this small. And then they like, oh, I really like this. I want to use this for the design on my ad campaign or whatever. And they take that, and then they tell ChatGPT, hey, use this art style to make my thing. And then you see the ad for this company, and you go, oh shit, they copied my stuff. Like not copied, but like they took inspiration for my stuff. It's different, but whatever. And then you start looking at it closer, and you're like, well, shit, like that's my tag right there that I leave on all my pieces. That nobody else really sees, but I know where it is. And I see it. It's right there. These motherfuckers took my shit. And they're getting paid for it. You have to understand why there's an issue there.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that.
Reminds me of an interesting way to tag pictures. You know how photographers, they put like their little signature on the picture.
Until you buy it.
Yeah. The watermark.
Yeah.
I saw an Instagram video of this guy that put it like super, 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 super tiny inside the eye, so you can only see it when you zoom in. I just thought that was funny.
That's cool.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It watermarks it to know that it's your picture.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did it as a joke, of course, but.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if people do that on purpose, kind of like tag their stuff, so it
Some
like.
people do, on every picture. I don't like it. Shit's distracting.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that
if
on
it's
my
like
pictures.
If it's like a printed picture, then sure, I'll have my signature in the back or something. That's cool.
Yeah. Nobody wants our signatures, Mickey.
I'm just gonna start
that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
That's funny, but I'm trying to just start giving them out. Fuck it.
But
I don't care if you don't want my signature.
Nobody wants my signature. right? Nobody wants my signature.
Now nobody wants your
But
signature.
let me tell you something. It's weird. Fishing is a hard thing because people in the fishing community are kind of like about their stuff. Like, you know, like if right now Shimano went and reshared that fucking photo you took of me when I was using the fishing with the Shimano rod or whatever. But like then they start printing that bitch on flyers and using it on a fucking billboard and shit like that. No, it's not okay. That's not okay. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, social media is one thing and just outputting it and sharing it, and they better fucking tag me and better tag you that took the photo. You know what I mean? But if you take that bitch and put it on a billboard and don't tell nobody, that's not okay. And I'm a nobody. But I mean, I still get paid for my fucking work, and you gonna pay me, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
It's a shit. Some people, bro.
Like, I understand. Like, I remember when I first started
Don't
working.
understand how expensive photography or videography is. Like,
Oh, it's
you want
stupid.
to pay me $50, but my card costs $200. do you not understand this? Like, just the card, not even the fucking lens, not the body.
I remember
the
when,
card.
I think it was right when I started working with you guys, or right before, that you had Gomexis reach out to you about the knobs, and you were like, "Fuck that! I want to get paid." And I was like, "Come on, bro, just get some free knobs, do some content." He goes, "No, that's bullshit. I want money.
So what
I
I'm
don't want
saying
your
is
fucking $30 power handle. I don't give a fuck."
So what I'm saying, you guys are talking about
I get that now.
small business owners that doing that, right?
I mean, whether yeah, I was saying, like, you know, you were saying, like, if you're essentially like someone that's not famous, why does it really matter? But like, if it's somebody like us, I'm not famous, but if I do that shit for money and then I get my shit stolen, we got a problem.
Yeah, but then you gotta find a lawyer that's gonna willing to take the case. How much money can you make out of it? It's not just easy. Even if we have a problem, right? The lawyer might come in and they might just come in and say, "Okay, we're just gonna give you $100,000. You want it, take it. You don't want it, out." Now this grand idea that you had that could have been the only idea you ever will have in your life that could go out there and make hell of a lot of more money, you just got 100,000 for it, and peace out, bye.
I'll take.
Yeah, well, see, that's a different story. I mean, you technically.
I'm not gonna like fight to the end on it. Just give me a little something.
But what I'm trying to say is this is a bigger deal in a bigger scale of things. It's for the little tiny creators that's not that big of a deal. On a bigger scale, like for example, think about this. Right now they have people that are doing inventory in stores. Pretty soon that's going to change into AI driven pricing. You understand the level of this, what I'm trying to say? AI driven pricing, which these prices going to be electronic and they're going to change according to the time of the day when they're being bought and how quickly they're being bought. So the price is going to go up and down accordingly. That's going to connect to the computer. And now you can go to the store, buy the same shit, pay more for
I
it
don't
today
know.
than
Are
tomorrow.
companies allowed to volatilely price something?
Of course
like
they are.
that?
Walmart just invested into it, and they're already said that they're going to change their pricing models. So they're already doing that. AI is literally right now optimizing. Yeah, AI is literally right now optimizing everything. For example, the reason I said that is because it's clear as day to me. Because planning to go on vacation, right? Punta Cana, buying a hotel, right? Resort. This is how much this resort cost. I told my teacher that's in Colombia, I was like, "Hey, can you please look it up?" Thinking that in another country, coming in from a different IP, price is going to be completely less because it's pricing it from country of Colombia. It's seeing that you're coming from country of Colombia, right? But the AI models work so well. They're like, you know what? We know there's this many people from country of Colombia. We're already done the numbers. Even if we reduce the pricing, doesn't matter. The numbers are not going to increase. We're not going to make money. So we're going to keep the same price as it is right now. Understanding that people use VPNs, this and that, the third, they already did that shit across the board. So now, even from Colombia, was the same exact price as paying from here. Even though Colombian people cannot afford the vacation when United States people can. So AI is already doing all this, and it's going to eliminate that arbitrage that people were doing before. Do you see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So now you're not going to be able to go to China and buy something online and avoid tariffs and bring it back. Those prices are going to be that because they're going to know whether this shit sells this amount, this many people are going to buy no matter what we do with it. Like another thing
I
is,
feel like pricing is already kind of like that in a sense.
not to that level. AI is literally gonna like they already.
I get what you're
talking
saying.
about-
It's gonna take it more in depth, but it's kind of that system has already been implemented.
Right now is what's called the 80-20 rule, right? 80% of results come with 20% effort. AI is gonna fill in the rest of the 80% of the effort to get 100% results. which is going to optimize it that much more without the human intervention. And right now, as I said, these administrative jobs that are on the line, these jobs that are doing cybersecurity, these jobs that are doing coding, all of this is going to get phased out. One person is going to be able to run all that. One person is going to be able to run 5, 6, 7, 8 tasks, where before they could only run one task. So now that one person eliminated effectively 7 other employees. So where are these people going to go? They're going to have to do some sort of a job. They're going to have to do something, right? The only other answer is universal income by the governments. It's going to have to happen.
Elon said it will happen eventually, right?
It's gonna happen.
Eventually.
It's gonna, within the next 5 to 10 years. Watch, they're gonna implement universal income. Within the next 5 to 10 years.
How do you can't?
Okay, I'm quitting my job.
Well, you can, because then you're gonna be a brokey. Because universal income is gonna be like getting Social Security. How many people can live off Social Security?
But what are they gonna do? Sorry,
A lot of people
are they also gonna
without
give
Social
like?
Security.
Is this for everybody? Like homeless people? Oh, you're not homeless anymore.
It's literally people gonna start getting universal income. Yeah.
Bro just randomly starts walking. Yep.
Yeah, no, this is literally, that's what's gonna happen. And then guess what? Prices of homes are not gonna go down. The next thing is the fucking projects for people that are getting universal income. The projects are going to change.
Damn, so old Albert on the corner ain't gonna be sitting there smoking a Black and Mild anymore. He's gonna be
in a projects, in a ghetto. What's going to be the next economy that's going to rise from
a Cuban
that?
cigar.
What's the next economy that's going to rise from that? Crime, drugs, stealing. It's a very dystopian future. I hate to say it, but it is going to be a very dystopian future, man. 50% of it is going to be haves and have-nots for real. And eventually, over the years, it's going to go down to 97% of the people are going to be on universal income, and the 3% is going to be on top.
I can't wait in like 15 years. My dad is all fucked up, and I'm sitting there trying to explain to him what's going on in the world, and he's like, "You fucking lying." He's looking and go, "You fucking lying."
Yeah, it's already changing everything. And then, with that being said, how do you like United States birth rate is already down. Women are not having children.
Isn't that kind of worldwide?
No, only in the Western countries. The only thing that's keeping up our birth rates a little bit afloat is the Hispanic community.
Yeah, we like fucking.
It's not that.
I
Hispanic
know.
community is not like, it's not very individualistic,
No.
right?
No.
Japan's having a decline. China's having a decline.
South Korea, China,
Korea's having a
Japan. China had to governmentally implemented some sort of rules to influence women not to be delusional, literally.
The only people that are reproducing are the people that don't have an education.
Yes.
India, Africa.
Well, those people are more traditional. There is no individualistic thing in it, right? People that have education go out there and earn money. For you to go out there and earn money as a woman, you have to spend your most fertile years doing that, and then you get to your 30s where you're not as fertile, so you can, let's say, have 1, maybe 2 children max. That's effectively putting the birth rate down. 40% of women in the United States, 40% of women in the United States currently are childless, single, up to the age of 40, and those are the women that are doing these administrative jobs. Now imagine they get out of the jobs, like they don't no longer have a job. They're on universal income. Now what? A lot of data centers being canceled, probably bring down the price of PC parts. AI is bubble. Japan too. Well, AI is bubble for right now, just like Bitcoin and mining was a bubble, but Bitcoin price is still what it is.
Yeah, it's a bubble. It's gonna eventually pop, and then it's gonna shrink back down, and then just keep growing steady.
It's not gonna pop.
Steady.
It's gonna correct itself, and that's it. It's not gonna
It's
pop.
gonna
If it
deflate
pops,
a little bit.
it's gonna deflate. It's just gonna correct itself. It's just like everything else. Literally, there's nowhere for you to go. If you're not messing with AI right now, you are
Brother,
fucked.
it was insane.
Next 5 to 10 years, you're fucked.
I've watched.
Whether it's a bubble or not.
I've watched the prices of computer parts fucking skyrocket. And I'm gonna be honest, graphics cards was pretty bad.
Yes.
Right, it was pretty bad. But graphics card is already like it's like the most expensive piece you're already buying for the PC, anyways.
Yes.
Right, brother. When you're telling me that the piece that used to cost me $80 is now $380.
Bro,
We got a problem. Or like an SSD I bought for $130. Best Buy, which I bought it from Best Buy, is now selling it for $500
listen to this.
for a 2 terabyte NVMe. 500.
You're talking about this. Listen to this. I'm gonna give you something else. You're talking about something that's required, whatever. It kind of was expensive. Now it's still expensive. Right? What do you think is cost of jean shorts if you went to buy it in a store right now?
Like a normal mall store.
Yeah, normal mall store.
Let's say you go to like American Eagle jean shorts, probably 45, 50 bucks, maybe 60.
$60 for a pair of shorts, bro. Jean shorts, $60 fucking dollars.
How much are? I mean, like no. I feel like pants and shorts in certain places are just extremely always like kind of been expensive.
Bro,
Where'd you go?
Outlet. To an outlet. Jean shorts. It was buy one get one free for
That's
$60 for two.
There you go. You got
That's
it for 30 something.
that's why.
Bro, these are shorts. $30 for fucking shorts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean that kind of
right.
sounds about right.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right
You fucking-
at all. That doesn't.
That's
I was gonna say
that's
something,
all-
but it might go to
that's unk right there.
$18 low. Yeah.
Yeah, go to Costco, bro.
Yeah, Costco got them. No, I agree with that. That's not the problem. The problem is what I'm trying to say. Everything has gone up in price, and like the Strait of Hormuz being closed, the
See,
fertilizers not being there. Once
The
I'm still
problem
waiting for
is
my chair. I
is
think my chair that they ordered on Amazon's fucking crossing the Strait of Hormuz because it's been 2 weeks.
probably.
this is the problem. Everything is going up in price, but electronics are on another fucking level of going up in price.
If they're double in price, then it's about the same.
No. You didn't hear me?
Mm.
I paid $130 last year for this SSD. Last year.
Okay.
It costs $500 right
Yeah,
now.
right now because of the
That's what
because
I'm
of
saying.
the scarcity.
It's insane. Like a lot of these chip manufacturers, they're not taking orders.
Well,
Like the big companies and shit, like they're literally saying we can't produce anymore.
Well,
like we're already bought out for the next fucking 5 years or some shit like that.
well, that's what I'm saying. That's why Nvidia just introduced that AI quantum computing chip.
See, but the problem is with this Nvidia stuff, bro. It always takes like fucking so long for it to roll out like on a manufacturer scale.
Well, it doesn't matter, but they're already introduced the AI quantum computing chip.
See, but
Which puts the pressure on other companies to start doing the same damn thing.
But just because that little Asian guy from fucking Nvidia, which I love by the way, great fucking dude. He does funny like releases whenever he does them. He wears like a fucking leather jacket and
Who's
shit.
Hippie Space Kitty?
I'm not sure. But I don't give a fuck if he just came out on a stage and put that shit out, because guess what? Last time he did some shit like that, people still haven't seen it to this day in the manufacturer like scale.
Forget all that shit.
That shit takes forever for them to fucking get it out.
Forget all that shit. Can you go to ChatGPT real quick and pull up United States? What is considered lower, middle, and upper class, and what are the earnings to be that? This is what I want you like. This is the toughest part of all of this, right? Because I want you to kind of look at the prices of people, what the people are earning versus what things are costing, and how are people dealing with that, right? And remind you, you can kiss goodbye to your salary going up in price more than 2% every year upon year, even though inflation could be at 3, 4, 5, and 10, whatever. Yeah, go ahead. What are the start again. What is considered low class, middle class, and upper class in the United States? What are the earnings? Give me the range. Let's see what it tells us. Don't worry about me, Jay. Okay.
So lower class less than 30,000, lower middle class 30 to 58,000, middle class 58,000 to 94, upper middle 94 to 153, upper is 153 and up.
Okay, cool. So now
Top 5% 295.
Top 5%, $300,000. Perfect. Now let's look. Majority people are right there in that middle class range, right? Give or take. At that, like,
Ask, put the mic, Mickey. Based on the population of the U.S., where do the percentages of people fall into these ranges?
It says right there.
Oh, I didn't see. Bottom, yeah.
So there we go. Middle class is the largest number, right? All right, cool. Let's do some numbers. Go back up. All right, so somebody that's in that, let's just say middle, right? Between $58,000 to $94,000, right? That 58 to 94 is pre-tax, right? So you're most likely bringing in between 50 to 85 home, right? So that means monthly you're making about between $4,000 all the way to what would you say, about $6,000, $7,000, right? Monthly.
6, 7.
Yeah. So an average rent in our area is $2,200. So if you bring in $4,000, an average rent is $2,200. Now you left with $1,800. That's to cover your car payment, electricity, water, your food, your insurance, your mobile, all your subscriptions, gas. How is an average person survive that? They can't. That means they have to couple up, right? Then that means you have to have dual household incomes, right? So if you have dual household incomes, that would make sense. All right, well, now we have a dual household income, we can pay for it, right? But then what's the point of raising your income if they already know they can raise the price and you're willing to pay because now you have dual household incomes?
Mm-hmm.
So single household income converted into dual household income. Now they're introducing AI, which means they're not going to raise your salary. Because why are they not going to raise your salary? Because if you do quit, where the fuck are you going to go? Do you see what I'm saying?
But if you're doing a job that is still required during that time, you can go somewhere else.
Which is going to be most likely blue collar work. That's why you're going to see the next millionaire class is going to come from a blue collar work, which is electricians, plumbers, people that do construction. That's going to be your next millionaire class. It's not going to be the white collar work. White collar work is going to be completely outsourced, completely. Like all those India call centers, pretty soon they're all going to shut down. It's just, I'm telling you, this is sad. Even at $94,000.
No, good. I'm sick of getting calls from those fuckers.
Yeah, even at $94,000, like $153,000. How many people do you know within your close vicinity that make $153,000 to be upper middle class? How many people do you know versus how many people there are?
I could probably count them between my two hands.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
For sure.
There's not a lot of those people out there.
No.
You know what I mean? So even if somebody's making $90,000, let's say you're bringing in $7,000 home, right? If your mortgage, let's say you're buying an average house, which your mortgage is going to be $3,500, that's half of your salary, which they won't even give you. You have to be within 43% of your income in order to get that, right? So that means your house, the most it can cost is about $3,000 on a mortgage, right? That's including your taxes and insurance and all that shit on the house, right? Mm-hmm. Plus your PMI and all that stuff. So you just then gave away $3,000, you're done left with $4,000. It's impossible. It is impossible. Like, a lot of people don't understand how much money it takes to be where they need to be. It's just, unfortunately, society is not broken down like that. And companies, guess what? Companies are not going to continue paying more money. They're going to continue firing more people because that increases their bottom line and making more money, net worth, right? And how are they going to do that? By implementing AI. AI is literally going to replace people. So where are all these people going to go now? Where? Middle class effectively is going to be gone. You're not going to see people anymore between that 30 to 153 bracket. You're going to see 50-50. There are going to be people that are going to be making 153 and above, which is going to be maybe 10%. Rest of the people are going to be just fucking poverty. Straight poverty.
McDonald's.
Not even that. What's the price of McDonald's right now? How much does a Big Mac cost?
I don't know. Probably.
$8?
Come on, you don't know. I looked at you, I'm like, he knows.
No, I don't eat Big Macs.
How much
Fuck
is a
you.
Big Mac? Chat, how much is the Big Mac?
I don't know.
It's like fucking 5 something, bro.
No,
Fuck
bro.
outta
There's
here.
no fucking
When
way
a
Big Mac is
McChicken is
$5.
$3.
Just a sandwich? Just a sandwich?
No, it's not $5.
Who gets just a sandwich on a Big Mac meal? How much?
No, it's like $8 at least.
That's
Check
what
your
I'm
McDonald's
saying.
I
app.
don't be using the app and getting that 20% or
Look
Hell
it
yeah,
up.
the fuck I
Push
do.
the button.
Used
It'll
it
give me
last
the
night.
results. Push the button.
Bro, I don't want to listen to ChatGPT. Give me some fucking reference from Maryland.
Just go to the app.
Bro, the reference from a Big Mac. There's a Big Mac.
Give
It's
me
economic Big
2
Mac index. What are you talking
fucking
about?
seconds, Bro.
That is true. Big
So-
Mac costs the same thing.
Same thing everywhere, bro. It's like an Apple iPhone. It costs the same everywhere.
in the U.S.
Everywhere. The
iPhone?
only reason it costs more is because of the tariffs that they add on top.
Yeah, so it costs more
It costs more, but
to the consumer. Yeah.
You said you
the
want a
price
Big Mac?
iPhone is the same.
Yeah.
Suck my dick. $5.
$5
Big
for-
Mac?
Just a Big Mac. Just a fucking.
No deals.
No deals. No nothing.
That's fine.
Bro.
Even if it's $5 for
Right
a
there,
Big Mac,
I'm
bro.
not lying. It's right there. $5. Sandwich only.
Damn.
Even if it's $5, how many Big Macs you're eating when you go down, sit down to eat?
Don't be a
No,
fat ass,
Big
bro.
Mac,
What
you
the
eat
fuck?
one. The fuck?
But you gotta get a little side.
This
snack.
boy said, I don't need just one.
How
He
many
said, I
of
gotta-
you getting
I
just
gotta-
one damn Big Mac, bro?
I gotta-
Burgers
McDouble
are, like,
on the
this
side.
thin, bro. Like you gotta get something else with it.
Papitas? And a drink with a Big Mac, you're good.
Nah, you gotta add some nuggets or something in there.
Damn, really?
Giant poverty class. Alex, that's a conspiracy theory. I don't think that's what billionaires wants to do. I don't think that's what billionaires want to do. Billionaires are billionaires because their money makes money for them because they have excess cash and they actually put it to work. A lot of them live below their means, and it just depends what kind of a life you want to have, right? So if you want to have a 10,000 a month type of a life, that means you need 25 times that money in your bank account for the month, right? So if you're making $120,000, you need to have 25 times that money in a bank account to continue living that type of a lifestyle. Most people live paycheck to paycheck. Now, a lot of times,
But not now, because my taxes came in.
yeah, a lot of times people will take their taxes instead of like saving them, they'll take it and blow it on things that they want, not the things they need. We're a society where we're being conditioned to buy shit that we want, not that the shit that we need. We don't need a lot of stuff, but we do buy it because we're a consumer type of society.
Look at you, W2 boy.
Yeah. So
I got fucked.
it's not that billionaires want to keep a slave class. They're just by default going to make a lot more money. An average millionaire is going to make a lot more money. A 5%er make $300,000. They're not a billionaire. They're going to keep a lot of their money because a lot of them live below their means. It's just the way cookie crumbles. Like, can everyone do it? Yes. Is it going to be tough? Yes. Hell yes, it's going to be tough, especially for the ones that don't make any money. So, you know, you got to have haves and have-nots. There's no other way. Otherwise, milk would be $100. People don't shop, don't do things as an economist.
Boys, you guys mind if we wrap it up a little early?
Yeah.
I got to be up at 4 a.m., so.
Not at all.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Thank you guys for joining us in the chat. We appreciate everyone that tuned in. And, yeah, we're back. We'll be back on Thursday. Yeah, we'll be back on Thursday. And we'll catch you guys then. Peace.
Peace.